Like
It's not even.
currently.
It's not even the fact that she's white or black. It's the fact that okay, would I want to be with a woman who wakes up every morning to look in the mirror and literally denies herself and tries to be the other woman, or I'll just be
I
with the
don't.
woman she try to be like every morning.
AD is the blackest black girl. She was keeping it real the whole time, so she's not trying to be anybody else but herself. Even in her wedding dress, she dressed like a yeah.
Was her hair straightened
So
or
because she had straight hair, she denied herself, Bruiser. We're not gonna do that. We're
Yeah,
not gonna
because
do
no?
she
that.
doesn't. She
I'm
Our
doesn't
hair
act
We're
color
like
not
a
gonna do
straight.
that. She didn't wear a lot of makeup. She did not wear a lot of makeup. She wore her skin tone, which
I
is
would just say
the
that
darkest of the
I would just
dark,
say
which
this.
is
And it
she's
ain't
the
got to be
most
just her. I
chocolate
would
black
say
girl out there.
I
And
say
We're
we
not
all the
got
gonna do
white
enough
that.
boys was
evidence. We got
drooling
enough
over her.
evidence that shows that black women have been put under a lot of pressure to uphold Eurocentric beauty standards.
Darwin,
In
everybody
order to be,
on that show every white girl on that show was jealous of the way she looked, hyped her up.
She was the
All
it
best
of
don't
their
looking.
matter.
men
It
wanted
doesn't
and was
matter
attracted to
Yeah.
her,
doesn't matter what
sexualized
the other
her,
women think. It's
and which
about
Her
she
what the
was.
woman.
She
was it her
wasn't.
body or
She
her
didn't.
face?
She
Was it
didn't
her
feel
body or
look.
her
It
face?
doesn't
Her
matter. So
body.
It
women
do
have
matter.
different attributes. Women have different
Why do you think a
attributes.
lot of
Some
NFL
women
players? Why do you think
have.
a lot of
Charisma.
NFL
Some
players are
women
dating
have.
white
She had that
women?
Some women
charisma.
have different things that they play up, and
She had
that's their
presence.
strength. Some women only have face, and they don't have no body. Some women have
You
body,
have a
and they don't
whole
have no face.
you have men
Some
that's
women have a
trying to
little bit of
tell y'all
both.
what it is, but y'all still want to.
Y'all
It
not
does
all
matter.
men though.
The
She
beauty
wasn't
Y'all
standards
not
ugly.
all
do
men.
matter.
She
When,
wasn't ugly because all the white guys were drooling over her.
imagine.
She just wasn't a 10. And
So let me
AD
ask y'all
made
this.
money, so he wanted a
Let me
certain
ask the
level.
sisters this: if every day a black man woke up every day to straighten his hair and get surgeries to make his nose pointy and narrow features to be like a white man, wouldn't it make sense just to go be with a white man?
How did she get
Hold on, hold
surgery
on.
to
I'm finished.
straighten her nose?
Wouldn't it make sense to just go be with a white man to cut out the expenses annually that it's gonna take for this man day in and day out to wake up to try to deny himself and be like a white man?
When did she change her body or her face to look like
No,
a white
I'm
woman?
just asking a question in general. It ain't even pertaining to
Yeah,
her.
it don't apply to that.
It
So
don't
it
apply to
don't make
this.
no
It
sense.
don't apply to
Because she
what?
really,
It don't
she,
apply to what we talking about. So it
It
doesn't make any
does.
sense.
I'm trying to I'm trying to get you to think out of a narrow space and just think and just try to get the context and why I'm saying this.
you blame black women for everything, Darn. Just say that.
I'm not. What did I blame black women
You
for?
blame her for a man leaving her for somebody else.
I
Like,
didn't
come
blame.
on.
I didn't blame him for leaving. I
You said she's
said.
trying to be a white girl. That's what you're saying, right?
I.
Because she straightened her hair.
I said. First of all I
Her
said
hair
was.
wasn't blonde.
I
It
was.
wasn't.
Okay. I'll let you finish talking. All I was asking is why aren't the sisters triggered at this situation?
They don't give a shit.
Yeah,
But
I mean, what do we?
but
I mean,
that's not true.
triggered
I
about what?
guarantee you, if Jr. pulled up the comments,
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
you
If
have
you
a
pull up the
plethora
comments, it
of
probably
different
would be.
threads, thousands of threads of that what I just talked about.
It actually,
Yeah,
you know what's crazy?
I'm sure it probably is. Go
You know
ahead,
what's
All
Tyler.
women are
crazy
not the
because
same.
Do
they
you want them to be triggered?
Yeah,
Do I want him to be triggered?
He wanted me to be ghetto and have my bamboo earrings.
Why? How's that me making sense? I mean, like
What you mean?
from the comments, I'm saying, how do you get that yourself to ask that question?
You act like we are
it doesn't benefit
stereotyped.
me
We are not the
for
same
women to
woman.
be triggered, but it does benefit me to have a
That's
conversation.
like saying, are we triggered at the NBA draft and NFL draft when they come up there with all of non-black
they
women?
were.
Like
They were.
it is at this point
That's
in
what I'm saying.
2024. It is what it
They were.
is. You got to worry about yourself and what you do, and you can't be. I mean, like, what are you triggered by? Like, it's not nobody you're dating. It's not
I mean,
a
I can
person.
So,
that,
ladies,
I mean,
why do y'all think that
why-
is? Why do you think this is happening now? Why do you think this is happening at such a rapid rate? Why is that? I don't know if you
what is
saw the
happening?
Philadelphia Eagles pictures. Did you see the Philadelphia Eagles? Like they showed a picture of them, and then they showed a picture of all their wives and all that. Why do you think that that's happening now?
because
Okay,
it's a trend and it's a status symbol, and also how black women are in society. It's a gumbo of a lot of different reasons. It's not just one reason. So to come out with one reason to say that, oh,
What do you think is the
this is why
primary
this
reason?
Okay, so these
In your
guys,
own
status,
opinion.
we talked about
acceptance, and lack of Black women being in the position to be in that situation, exposure a lot. If you like, say, if I go to my hometown of Baton Rouge, right, and if I go to
Okay.
LSU, right, LSU, the basketball team and the football team is predominantly Black, right? The student body is not. Okay, so when you talk about exposure, and then if you go break it down to high school, if that athlete was exposed and on a trajectory to be an NBA or NFL player, then they probably went to an Episcopal or Parkview Baptist or a University Lab high school, which are also predominantly white. So with that being said, your child is going to be exposed to what they are exposed to, which means it's not going to be many Black girls in that situation, because Black male athletes have more of a chance of having full scholarships as athletes at all white schools over young Black girls. They're not. It's the ratio is like way off.
The only problem
So-
with what you said though is,
I
Casey,
think-
the only
yeah.
problem with what you said, Casey, is that at LSU the Black population there is 15.6%, 15.3. That's more than the national average.
And what is the cheerleading team and the Golden Girl team
I
look
don't-
like,
I
and the
don't
Tiger
think-
Girls team look like?
I don't
What are
think
their
most
what
of
are their
those girls
immediate
want
surroundings
cheerleaders.
look like?
I
They're
don't
all
think
white.
while
You
that
asked
while
for
that may
a
be
reason,
true,
you gave
while that may be true, I don't think that matters when they have a group, a plethora of Black women to choose from. So
15% is not a plethora at a 70,000
Well,
person school.
but if you look
20?
but in America,
50 to 70,000
Casey, hold on,
students,
Casey.
15% is not a lot.
Hold on, Casey. But in America, in general, the Black population is only 13%, and across America in general, we marry at an 80% clips within our race or date within our race. So how is it that it's different for a campus with a 15% Black rate, 15% population? When and like that,
20.
that should mean. Hold on, wait. That should mean
LSU
that,
still has a Black student union in 2024. They
Right.
have their own separate student union in 2024. So that should show you what it looks like as far as the exposure and the mixture for students within classes and within the campus itself. It's very segregated.
I don't think that makes sense.
Athletes are not.
that doesn't make sense.
Not
You
around
might as
other
well
I
Black
don't
say
think
that.
that makes sense.
The reason why that don't make any sense, because then if you
What
extrapolate,
doesn't make
that-
sense?
I'm gonna explain. If by what you're saying that all these Black athletes started dating white women only because they didn't have access to Black women, despite there being a 15% Black population, and considering that majority of them were probably women, that they had this available to them. If you extrapolate that to America, where there's only a 13% Black population, most of us should be marrying white women right now.
It depends on your
Exactly.
surroundings
Good
and your
point.
Yeah.
environment, Sweeney.
And-
It depends on your surrounding and your environment. If you are in a predominantly white neighborhood, in a predominantly white school, in a predominantly white situation, you're gonna be surrounded by predominantly white people.
Here's another problem.
So why aren't the Black women?
So why
aren't the Black women going with white men at the same clip if that's the case? And you're talking about the athletes who, like you said, have the pick of the litter, meaning they could get what they want. That scarcity, there could be 1%. Those athletes
are not desired. You're right.
Black women in that situation on a college campus are not going to be pedestalized like a shack on a white campus. Like, let's be real here, y'all.
Here's another hole in your point about being.
So what's stopping a Black man from going to the Black student union?
Hold on, real quick. Let me say this real quick.
Because they're athletes.
Here's another
Athletes
hole.
don't join the Black student union.
I joined the Black student union when I was at an all-white school.
When I was at an all-white school, there was plenty of Black athletes in the Black student union.
You still said that it's only 15%, so it's still predominantly white that you're going to be surrounded by, Sweeney.